Every day you wake up is a blessing. And you should look at yourself like, hey, today's a new day. But if you're like me, you wake up some mornings, you're like, oh my goodness, do I have to go to work? Do I have to do anything? Can I just lay around the house? Can I eat some ice cream? Can I make some cookies? Can I do whatever I want to do? Why do I always have to work Monday through Friday? Why do I always have to work on Saturday? Why do I always have to work so much at church or whatever you may be involved in? Why am I always called upon to be a coach? Why am I always this and that? Now you can sit there and you can plan your life and you can think, well, this is what I'm going to do every single day. And of course, obviously it doesn't work out that way. But what you can do is you can have a mindset when you do wake up every day that today's a great day. And I'm a kind of a biblical kind of person. And I believe that the Lord makes a new day every day and for us to have fun and enjoy it. And one of the things that I do in my life is I get to see people where they're at because I own a business, I own a construction business, and I'm out and about and I can see when someone's down and someone's up. Then I'm also obviously in church. I'm around people that are low mentality rate, I guess you'd call it, where they're down and out and they're beating themselves up. But what they do is they sit there and they put themselves down continually. Well, with you, I don't know what your situation, I don't know what your story is. If you want to, please leave a comment. I'm not a counselor by any means. I don't have any degrees, but I can give you some suggestions. And in my life, what I've learned to do over time, and of course it took me a long time as I grew up and matured as an adult, and it's just not something that happens overnight. So if you're in the early teens, you're a teenager, you're kind of depressed about your girlfriend just broke up with you, high school, whatever, or you're just in some kind of program that just didn't work out, or you just lost your job, because of COVID or whatever it may be. Never, ever, ever, I repeat, ever, put yourself down. We do that enough. We are our biggest enemy most of the time. So why do you keep putting yourself down? There's no reason to ever tell yourself you're stupid. There's no reason to ever tell yourself you can't do something. There's no reason to ever tell yourself you're no good. There's no reason to tell yourself that somebody else can do it better. I've taken it upon myself to create a YouTube channel, not knowing anything about computer technology, not knowing how to do a banner, not how to do one step to the other. I mean, heck, I even learned how to do just lighting. And that was a challenge for me. And so when I look at my life and I look at everybody else and I see what they're going through, what I come to my mind the most, where it comes to my mind the most, is that you can do anything you put your mind to. Of course, if you're battling in your mind, I don't know what it's really like to be in depression, where I'm laid in bed and I can't survive. I don't know what it's like to be oppressed. I don't know what it's like to go through a divorce, or I don't know what it's like to, go through a loss of a child or whatever it may be. But I do know that whenever I get up and I start focusing on my day, automatically I have a drive within me. That drive didn't start out when I was just, a perfect person. I didn't grow up in a rich family or nothing like that, and I didn't have everything given to me. Matter of fact, I got out on my own. I was 18 years old, and I went from there and said, I'm never going back, because I was homeless several times in my life. My parents were drug addicts, things like that. And my mom was an alcoholic, and my dad was just like kind of womanizer kind of guy, and he died early, and then my stepdad just always constantly put me down. So there was no motivation in my life to get me to a point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take control of my life. But then I met Christ. And so when I met Christ at an early age, I decided then, and even after years of being with the Lord, that I was gonna do something with my life. And so then I made this mentality in my mind that nobody or nothing can stop me. I had the people that tell me I could never do nothing, so I motivated myself to do something, because those words fired my soul up to say, you know what, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a grown adult. And so if you could sit there and just tell yourself on a one-day occasion, starting off for the first day, you could say, all right, let's say your name's Bob. All right, Bob, today is a new day. I'm gonna get up. I'm not gonna be complaining. I'm not gonna worry about my money. I'm not gonna worry about not having a job. I'm not gonna worry about my wife being mad at me. Whatever the situation is, you don't let that affect you so much that you can't do a thing that day. Now, I think that's what depression is. And the reason I think I don't have depression is because from when I was young, and I had a lot of scars in my life from me being young, I decided at that point that whenever I got old enough, I would take care of me. And so if you can tell yourself on a daily basis, starting up, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not going to let people affect me. And I am going to have a great, like, I guess you'd call it cheerful day. You deserve that, don't you? You deserve to be full of joy. You deserve to be happy with you. There's so many things that I could talk to you about, and I'm not going to take all the time here today to do that. But there's a lot of things I could talk to you about. And I will have series on this, and that's what I'm going to keep on doing, is I think I'm, again, really trying to just encourage whoever may be out there. Focus on you. Take yourself out to lunch. If you're a woman, get your nails done. I can't tell you the times I had to tell my wife. She fought that stuff too. Depression and stuff like that most of her life. I told her to learn to love herself. And she went out and started doing her nails. She goes out and buys herself outfits now. And for many years in our marriage, we would go out and buy someone's lunch, for instance. We would go out and pay for this for somebody else that needed something. But she would never take the time to do something for herself. You have to learn to love you. If you can learn to love you, believe me, if you love going to the movies, you definitely buy the movie pass that goes, the next movie coming out, you're right there. If you definitely love video games, you're going to buy the next video game that's coming out right now because that's something you're passionate about, right? Well, can you start becoming passionate about you? That's my challenge for you today. And all that I get to teach and share, because I'm a very encouraging person, I just want to at least say to you, always remember you can do anything you put your mind to, and really learn to love yourself. If you like this video, please like it. If you'd love to share this to somebody that, may be down and out, please share it. And I do appreciate the time that you've given to me to let me share with you just a little bit about how to be encouraged. Have a good day.